this for how many years in Bordeaux? Tasting wines and since the 70s, you said, right?
Over 30.
All right. I don't want to date you, but that's a lot of experience. You've seen a lot of vintages. Tasted a lot of great wines.
I mean, after 9 and 10, we didn't think it could get a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
Then 15 comes along. And indeed, I think at the time, we all thought that 15 had an edge on the right bank by comparison to the left bank.
Mm-hmm.
16 came along and we thought just the opposite.
Mm-hmm.
Left bank had the edge in 16.
Now, let me clarify. Was it the quality of the Merlot and the Cabernet in those vintages, or was it really about the geography of the side of the river?
Well, they go hand in hand because unlike a lot of places throughout the world, grapes here are planted not as a decision of the marketing department, but as a function of the soil.
Sure.
So in the hot, dry, gravelly soils that we find typically in the Médoc, that's where Cabernet Sauvignon thrives. However, on the clay and the limestone soils of the right bank, cooler, more moisture retentive, that's where Merlot thrives. So that's why more Merlot is found on the right bank than on the left bank. Now, if you go up into the north of the Médoc,
Also has to do with ripening and harvest dates, right? That was the.
but they're conditioned by a combination of soil and varietal. Mm-hmm. Generally, the right bank ripens 2 weeks earlier than the left bank.
Is that a rule of thumb, or is it an orthodoxy in terms of the types of soil are necessarily limestone clay going to be Merlot and the gravelly rocks going to be Cabernet?
I think its historical experience tells us that the Cabernet Sauvignon does better in the hot, dry soils. Merlot doesn't like them. Mm. And in fact, we're after probably 2 decades where everybody was planting Merlot a little bit everywhere because they thought it would make a plumper, earlier maturing wine. Now they're seeing that the Merlot tends to be heat stressed and is easily a victim to drought. So we're seeing more Cabernet Sauvignon being planted. On the right bank, in those same limestone soils, sandy soils also, we're seeing more Cabernet Franc being planted. Bordeaux now, I think, is up to almost 60%, which would be an increase from 45. Cheval Blanc is at about the same. So we're seeing more Cabernet Franc on the right bank, we're seeing more Cabernet Sauvignon on the left bank. And the other grape that's making something of a comeback is Petit Verdot. Mm. It used to be we only got it right 3 times in 10. So people tore it out. It wasn't economically viable. But today we find that if we put it in the right soils, and it also likes a soil that's kind of cool and not too dry, it gives wonderful color and it gives really nice acidity to a blend that otherwise might be a bit topic. So we're seeing more Petit Verdot being planted on the left bank, and for the first time in recent memory, we're seeing trials now with Petit Verdot even on the right bank. In fact, one of the Saint-Emilion we'll taste has about 5% Petit Verdot. That's quite a change.